No.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the fantastic world of the Cinestro core. I'm your boy, Blacksby, and today we are discussing season 3 finale of The Bad Batch, streaming right now on Disney Plus. Let's no opening title scroll. Let's get right into it. We're on season 3 of one of the best animated Star Wars projects since the Clone Wars.
There's been two. This one is Wars, bro.
Rebels, brother.
The Rebels. There's been Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah, Tales of the Jedi. What was that shitty one? Resistance?
Oh yeah, fuck that.
I don't acknowledge.
I forgot that shit existed.
We do not acknowledge resistance. We're resisting resistance right now.
Yeah, it's not worthy of speech.
Nah. Oh, real quick, happy Star Wars week. May the 4th be with y'all and all that shit. This episode's about to be dropped on Star Wars May the 4th. May the 4th, 2024. Peak Star Wars episode coming to you right now. Our last episode last year, I think we just discussed, I don't even know. I think we're probably talking about Bad Batch too. Talking about Mando.
Probably. I think Bad Batch was happening.
Yeah, it was like Mando and Bad Batch at the same time. I've slept since then. So we're going to pretend I know what I'm talking about from last year. I don't remember. Anyways, back to season 3 of The Bad Batch. We've come a long way since the tragedy of season 2. The tragedy that struck. R.I.P. my brother Tequavius.
The tragedy that Matthew ruined fucking group chat, and he spoiled that bitch for everybody.
I forgot he did that.
That was tough.
That tragedy.
Is Tech light skin? Real quick, is Tech light skin? Can he say it?
Tequavius.
His hair looked a little kinky. He just slicked it back.
Tequavius.
He light skinned it.
I'm surprised they didn't bring him back.
Someone give him the Vishon treatment.
The Vishon treatment.
He didn't get himself.
Yeah, we had the tragic season 3 Plan 9. Was it Plan 99? Is that the episode title?
Yeah.
That shit hurt it, bro. That shit really made me feel things. I cried. I was depressed for 13 days. Then they told me season 3 was coming. I was like, all right, cool. I got my will to live back. Let's get going. Season 3 dropped. We're picking up the pieces of season 2, the after effects, the aftershocks, if you will. And I think season 3 did a great job picking up where the second season left off, navigating the galaxy, dealing with the looming threat of the fledgling empire that's quickly growing in power. For those of you who are not aware of where the Bad Batch falls in the Star Wars expansive ass timeline, it is somewhere between episode 3 and somewhere between episode 4, Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. So we're sitting in that little block of time, pre-Rebels, post Revenge of the Sith, post season 7 of Clone Wars, and I don't know, man. I like Bad Batch. I think it's great. We saw a lot of callbacks to different parts of the Skywalker saga, the Star Wars, greatest Star Wars story as a whole. What are y'all's thoughts on the finale?
It'd be important to talk about just basically like what happens in the episode really quick, just to make sure we're all kind of on the same page. So essentially, Bad Batch infiltrates TARDIS.
Tantus.
TARDIS. This boy watching Doctor Who.
Yeah, they infiltrate Tantus and basically save Omega from the save Omega from the clutches of what's his face, the bad
Hoskins,
Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Dr. Hawkeye.
yeah, them's.
Hemlock, yeah, exactly. They save her, get her out. It wasn't as like. I mean, that's essentially what happened. I don't know why I said that. Like, but it's just
nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy happened.
That's one thing I like. I liked
surprised
it.
me.
thought it was like great and like it looked good and the action was good and seeing the Zillow Beast was like a cool callback to the Clone Wars, but like other than it just being released, like we didn't really get much on why it was there, what kind of experiments. Like we know what they were doing with the kids per se, but not this beast. And then they just let it run free, and it's like, all right, now what's this? What's going to come of this? And then it just kind of felt like it was something that has happened earlier in the season, like her escaping, being rescued, and like what happened with the kids. Kind of. I think the best part of the episode was the ending, like the little flash forward that we get, because it's like now we know that she's about to go with the rebellion. It's like who is she about to meet, and what is she about to get into?
And I remember we were talking prior to the drop of prior to watching the finale. We were Matt, Graham, and myself were talking about how it seemed like they had because I was on episode 13, and I was like, it seems like the show has a lot of time and a lot of ground to cover before we put a nice little bow on it. You know, I was like 2 episodes seems like very little time for them to be like, and here's the end of the series. No more.
Right.
You'll no longer see more from these characters. And then episode 14 happened. I was like, okay. I mean, I know where this is going. See where this is, where they're getting. I was like, but how will they pull it off? Episode 15 happens, and I'm just like, okay. And then we get that little, like you said, that little time forward, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I was like that little time jump answered everything. You know, that little prologue.
Yeah, it gives an ending to this, and you know, I still think that there's a shit ton of, and you know, Star Wars just does this. There's a shit ton of holes that they had to fill, like Ventress. You know,
what happened to her?
Came back and
a bad bitch. Star Wars.
Probably one of my favorite episodes, just because she's badass, and that whole interaction was awesome. And it's like, man, you tease us a little bit, but and like nothing really just kind of came of this. Like, and I'm cool. Like I told Matt earlier, I was like, there was no Vader, and like I'm obviously cool with not everything has to have them, but it's kind of like what. Like when Tarkin pulled up, why wasn't Vader with them? Because if this is such a big project that needs to be secret, you know, why would he not have his most trusted?
The Emperor probably doesn't want Vader to know that he's working on cloning technology in case.
See, that's also a thing. So one thing they also talked about was like, I think like Tarkin was kind of glad that this base got destroyed and stuff, because he said send all those resources to Stardust, which is
Krennic.
So now everything is shifting from Necromancer, at least we think. So I mean, it would be kind of cool if, you know, the next animated series is like Omega maybe doing something, joining the rebellion, and she's still searching for this Necromancer thing. Like she knows that this project was such a big deal that she knows the Emperor's not going to let it just be destroyed and die off. And she's the only one that knows about it now, other than like Hunter and them, but they're retired.
What I was going to say is that I know what they're doing. I know they're like, oh, hey, look, remember that thing everybody fucking hated about the movies? We're tying it in. But this felt really like, it felt like half-assed, you know? Because they're like, oh, look, we're building towards it. You're going to get an answer. We're going to answer how he nope, psych. No, we're not.
We didn't. Watching the new Echo show.
Yeah, exactly.
The new Echo show.
There's got to be more, because I very much agree. Like I think they've done a great job over the last 2 seasons connecting all the clone stuff with the sequels, and like, you know, it sucks that they even have to do any kind of
retconning.
Yes, right, and it can tend to get redundant and might start to be, and I think maybe that's a good thing that this season is the finale, because I feel like if you tread too much on this Necromancer stuff, then it is kind of like that thing where, all right, now you're just really trying to repair this stuff. Let's move on. Let's do something new. And maybe I don't know, but I mean they can't stop doing animated stuff. I mean this was a hit. Rebels was obviously a hit. Clone Wars 2. I don't think they're going to stop the animation.
Yeah,
No.
and I think it's important to mention that the live action stuff was for sure not a hit. So what do they have other than this? They
Right.
have to
So
keep milking it.
Yeah. So it's like you gotta, play your cards where I don't know how they've been dealt, and you've been dealt great animation for the most part. I'm excited for Tales of the Empire. That new clip of Grievous and Morgan Elsbeth fighting on Dathomir was badass, but
Morgan's coming back.
Yeah, see, that's like some of the clips we've been getting are about Barriss, and like that's badass. I want to see what happened to her, but the Morgan chick, I'm just kind of like, yeah.
Bring the girl from fucking Cal's game in. That's the only Dathomiri woman I want to see.
The sister.
The Night Sister, Marin.
Yes.
Bring in. When are we gonna connect these fucking franchises? What I want to know.
We're not.
That's a good question.
Yes, we are.
Dude, Cal and Omega together would be badass.
That begs the question. What happens next with Star Wars? I know we've got
nice
Acolyte coming up. We've got Tales of the Empire dropping the day this episode is going to be posted. Tales of the Empire drops on B+. But what happens next? We have besides those two projects, and then the Mando movie coming out. What, next year, the year after?
No, that'll be.
Where do they
for 4 years? I bet.
What do they do? How do they connect the greater Star Wars universe across? From the sequels to the OT to the prequels to everything scattered in between. There's so much fucking lore, man. There's so much stuff. Yeah. It's so in depth. How are they going to weave all this together?
It just take
like you said, they're trying to do it with the. Is it Dave Filoni?
By making Dave Filoni the kind of the
Kevin Feige of Star Wars.
Feige of Lucasfilm.
And I think I don't think
he's already there. He's already there.
Yeah, I don't think that we'll see anything. It'll probably be a little bit, like I think he just got moved in that position towards the end of last year. There's going to be like a little space probably of which, like you said, the Acolyte, Tales of the Empire, and then there's that Star Wars Outlaws game coming out. Which
Fuck that game. Woke.
He said woke.
Oh my god.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
I don't care. I don't care that it's made by a shitty developer. I care that there's a girl in it.
Yeah.
What am I, gay?
A
girl that I'm not attracted to.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
Why
can't
she hot?
sexualize her.
I don't know when Skeleton Crew comes out, but I read some stuff about that. I read some stuff about that the other day that seems kind of interesting.
When's Taika's Star Wars happening?
Never.
Please.
What about
Fortunately. After Thor 4, I don't want to see Taika around Star Wars, bro. I don't know.
I agree.
What type of blasphemies he's gonna commit against my franchise.
I hope that
the switch up is crazy.
One blaspheme against my movies, bro.
I'm hoping the Acolyte is good.
It will be.
I think it's gonna be good. I think people are gonna hate it because there's a girl in it.
Because there's minorities.
Yeah,
I think the trailer looks great, honestly.
Wait, I don't think.
And
from my bad, this was on me. We kind of moved on from Bad Batch to the finale really quickly, and I didn't even realize we were like no longer talking about it.
It's just Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
I think the reason we're talking about it is because you never really said it, or I don't think you said it, but this finale was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah,
that's what Graham and I were talking about before we jumped on. It felt like,
almost tacked on.
Yeah,
it felt like something's missing. Something's really missing.
It felt like they rushed it. Like
we needed a fourth season.
It was like we have to end this now for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much stuff, especially in between 3 and 4. Like, yeah, you have Andor, got Rebels, but it's such a big galaxy. You really you're not bound to any restrictions or any kind of like areas you can't explore or anything. That's also what's kind of weird to me is that I don't know. It's the whole season. It was good, and like the Cad Bane episodes are great.
His cameos.
Yeah, it's like 4 minutes maybe total on screen.
Of him
I don't know.
kidnapping
It
a
just
child
felt
and
weird to
knocking out
me.
his mom. That shit was badass.
No, I agree. I mean, I was the person telling you guys that I like for the majority of the season, I was like forcing myself to get through it. I was like forcing myself to watch another episode. It wasn't until like episode 9,
like 8 and 9, right?
8 and 9 that it started picking up for me, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
they found
that like I would say 8 through like 13 were great, and then 14 and 15 were like we kind of have to make these kids the clones, kind of, and like it just felt rushed and was.
I will extend Star Wars a bit of grace because they're going up against right now one of the best animated projects we've seen in a while, which is X-Men '97. And I mean, more people are probably tuned into that shit than they are to Bad Batch. I mean, I know I am, and I love Star Wars. I'm just dialed the fuck in with X-Men.
Yeah, what'd you say, Luis? It kind of broke up.
It could. Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. I was just saying, Bad Batch. I'm saying Bad Batch has 3 seasons, though. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, they have the 3 seasons in X-Men. We've been so deprived of X-Men content that we're like, this is hot. This is new. Let's chap in with this. Don't really care for it. You know what I mean? But it's the same shit with Invincible, bro. Invincible had 1 season that started off really, really well, tanked the fucking 2nd season, and then now I don't really care about Invincible. Maybe it's just recency. I don't know. But
that might be because I do kind of agree. Like every episode of X-Men, maybe save for the Nintendo one, the arcade episode, like each episode feels like it could be the finale, and like shit happens and shit makes a difference. And like Bad Batch is known, and I even think Star Wars animated stuff in general is known for their like filler episodes. And there's been 1 filler episode in X-Men '97. Not making this like a comparison episode, but I do think that with this finale happening while X-Men's going on, especially after that episode just happened, like it makes it, you just think about it a little different.
I think structurally, something that I think I would have enjoyed, or I think would have really helped this season of Bad Batch was if they would have made it make episode 6 or 7 what the finale is, and then give us like 4 or 5 episodes that are about like grown up Omega, the Rebel
time skip.
And I think that's interesting because you kind of pique our interest. And you're like, whoa, okay, Omega's existing kind of in like during the rise of the rebellion. She's like one of the.
And if that hits well, then you make a new series based off of that.
Exactly. And you're like, oh, it's kind of like interesting. And she's one of the big figures, and this is exciting. And you know, you have like a little journey, but you give us just a little sneak peek, and that. Thus, it ends her journey. It ends the journey of the Bone Force 99, and then you know, and you can kind of see anything moving forward, all whilst tying it into the OG trilogy, into the sequels and prequels and stuff like that. I just think it would have worked a lot better because it just does. It just seems like it comes out of nowhere. Omega goes off, and then
it comes out of nowhere, but it also like dragged on a little bit. Like you said, like this whole arc, I feel like could have happened in 6 episodes.
Yeah,
like she could have came back first episode, and they would have found it. And like the name of the game is you get caught up on side shit. Quote the ghoul, and and it's I don't know, but that's a show. You know, you got to drag it out a little bit. But I do agree that would have been badass. Have one little arc with her as an older Omega, maybe even 2 episodes of her leaving Hunter and them, and then pulling up on Yavin or somewhere where the rebel base is, and that's cut it off.
Or if they were like big brain, you know what I'm saying? Like if they really thought this shit through, what they could have done is, like you said, the two on Yavin, but also scatter like in between. They mentioned Stardust, they showed Krennic. Why not show something tying in Rogue One? Show something tying in. I know it could probably be too overloaded. You risk flooding your fucking season. But do some connections across the other Star Wars projects that aren't necessarily the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. What about Solo? What about this? What about that? Do some connection across the board. Maybe show Omega growing up a little bit, traveling the galaxy with a much older Clone Force 99. We got a Wrecker, a Hunter who's now his senses are diminishing. We got a Wrecker who's injured. We got Crosshair who has no fucking
Wrecker.
CTE record, yeah.
So okay, you just kind of gave me an idea. What if like Omega becomes, say, the rebellion's like, what would you say, like plant into the underworld, and this is where we start to get a tie into Solo, like Maul. We see Maul like running the Crimson Dawn. We see the Pikes, all that, and like a true underground shit. Which like, we've gotten Boba Fett, and it came off to be like, the Criminal World show or whatever. Same thing with like Andor, which it is, but like give us a true like mafia mob style thing, and Omega could be like the plant into that. But I feel like her story just is too not prioritized, I would say, but like it's in the deep.
I get what you're saying. What it did for me was it also raised a question or concern about kind of like Omega and her stance in the Star Wars universe, because it's like she's pretty important, right? I think we've established that important, especially to like kind of like the new Star Wars lore, like what it Project Necromancer and the kind of the reviving of Palpatine. So it's like you would think that the Empire would have news or work of that there's somebody's out there whose M count is so high she can facilitate the resurrection of the Emperor. So it's like I feel like they would have it out to get her, and I feel like people would know, and the rebellion would probably find out about this, that there's someone really important who the Empire is trying to keep track of, and so that's never been mentioned, obviously, and we don't see that anywhere, and this is just kind of a tease, and it's only mentioned once and then done, and only in the context of this show. I don't know, kind of raises some questions and concerns for me, but I don't know. We don't know what they have planned. We'll see.
Well, I mean, she could, now that she knows that
leave it up to. I was just saying you gotta leave it up to Master Filoni's grand design.
Grandmaster Filoni.
Let him cook.
What are they doing? The show.
You could. She could, now that she knows that the Empire is testing on Force sensitive children. Like that's what the whole M count is, pretty much. It's like they may not know they're Force sensitive, but they have the midichlorians to be like have the potential to be. So maybe she now knows that they're hunting down these kids, and her and Cal or her and Quinlan Voss or say what?
The Clitochlorians.
Very wise. Thank you for that.
Oh my god.
I like that.
Thanks, man. Hold on, write that down.
Send that to Dave. Send that to Dave.
I'm glad they're leaning into the midichlorian stuff too, because people bitch too much about
time. It's about time at that shit.
Yeah, Phantom Menace is dog shit. It's boring. It's got some cool parts. I will say that. Great score. And people are just fucking babies. I'm tired of these goddamn neck-beard ass bitches who've never touched a girl. Complain, Obi-Wan shit, you fuck you.
Touch some grass.
Pussy. Yeah.
Touch grass.
Please. Touch a woman with consent, please.
Get some bitches.
Yeah.
Bitches you do not have.
Bitches, get you some.
My Yoda impression coming in.
I'm hyped up for Acolyte, though. I will say that.
Let's talk about it.
What do we rate the series finale? Like, what do we give it? What do we think? overall of the
Let's
season, the series as a whole?
do that. Let's do
I'm
that.
gonna
Let's
go
do
6.5.
a finale ranking. Do your finale ranking and then also do your season ranking right after that.
Series ranking.
Yeah, and then a series ranking. Yeah.
So it's
So we got
finale then
3
series.
finale, season, series ranking because the series is over now.
Okay.
Go, Matt.
Yeah, Matt first.
Rip the bandage off. This episode gets a 6 in my book.
Whoa.
That's fair.
Damn.
Only because we've already come to Tantus before and rescued Omega once. We're rehashing the same shit. Let's go do something new, do something different, end this shit in a different way. And then we could have gotten more with the last season had 21 episodes?
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
So why are we stopping at 15? I feel like we're chopping off too early. You know what I'm saying?
I think for sure they definitely did cut a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Probably
that had to.
Like the Zillow.
Mhm.
Yeah,
whatever.
there seems to be a whole storyline that's just not there.
There's a couple storylines
Which
that are not
one?
there.
Like the Zilla based one. Like I get that it was like on the
Zillow?
planet and like that planet is a
Rex.
experimental
What the
place.
fuck
but, like,
happens with Rex?
dude, Echo wasn't
Tech's
even
funeral.
Echo wasn't even in the picture like at the end.
Mm-hmm.
None of them were.
Like
Just Hunter.
Hunter, Crosshair, and
I mean,
were, but
Wrecker and Crosshair are mentioned, so they're probably still alive. But what happens to Echo? Did he short circuit? Did he put his little probe in the wrong port and that shit blew his ass up? What happened to my boy?
How bad is record CTE? We need to know.
Is he
We need to
Antonio
know.
Brown or is he Aaron Hernandez CTE? Which one is he? We gotta
Aaron
find
Rodgers.
out.
Give us what were the numbers, Matt?
For the episode, I gave it a 6. I even give it a 6.5 since it's not horrible. It's just there's too much missing. For the season, I give it like a 7.5 around there. Not because it's bad. It felt underwhelming. It felt underwhelming. It took some time for me to get dialed back in. Season 1 started off. Speaking of the series, season 1 started off fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah,
Pulling off from the end of what's it called? The Clone Wars, tapping into the rise of the Empire. We're seeing the transition from the clones to the stormtroopers.
we saw young Kanan Jarrus.
We saw baby Kanan. We saw Caleb Doom, my boy. I think the series started off strong. Season 2 was very great, and then like season 3, not terrible, not like a drop off like Invincible, but it was definitely different from the other two seasons. So overall, I give this series, I say an 8, average to an 8.
I think I agree with you on all of those.
Yeah.
Little pop in, pop out. My bad.
Mara Jade. Mara Jade
I think
came
those
through.
numbers, I agree to the T. I 6.5, and then like a 7, maybe a 7.5 for the season. 7.5 is like on a good day, and then and then I would give the series like an 8, just because, like, I'm giving Rebels a 10, and then I'm giving Clone Wars like a 9, and
An 11.
This is not that.
Damn,
It's
bro.
good, and it has its moments for sure.
You said Bad Batch fell off. Bad Batch hit the wall.
This was indeed a bad batch.
There's going to be a bad batch in there.
You're gonna say a bad bitch.
It was
Bad betcha. Real bad betcha.
Bad bitch.
bad
What?
bitch.
A real bad betcha.
Mad Batcher.
Bad bitch.
Bad betcha.
What do y'all think? Out of the, like,
I give the finale. I like the finale. It was one of I thought the ending of the season was much better than the beginning and middle. I'll give the finale like an 8. I'll give the season maybe like a 7, and I'll give the series as a whole like a 7.5. Wasn't
that's
terrible.
fair.
Wasn't amazing. It had lots of great moments. Had some low moments. Was above average. Kind of was pretty good.
I like
Expected more, wanted more, left me hungry for more. and I guess I'm just kind of frustrated with it at all.
Yeah. Respect.
Romaldo,
that's me.
Dr.
I think
Carr.
the episode, yeah, I think it's fair to say it was a little underwhelming
yeah,
because I was used to the last finale, but I don't think it was as bad like as a 6. I think it was like a 7.5, 8. It gave you enough. It like Luis said, it leaves you wanting more, which is the point, obviously, because we're gonna get a fucking Omega show, and we're gonna have the old Bad Batchers coming in and shit. And I don't know, I liked it. It was fun. It was fun. Cartoons are fun sometimes.
Hey,
Only
Shut up.
sometimes.
yeah.
But not that anime shit. Fuck you. Don't.
Oh, come on, losers.
Don't think I'm liking like your
Come
shit,
on,
bro.
losers.
I like my cartoons
I think a
made.
6.5 might be a little.
I knew.
hard.
Don't say it. Don't say
I like
it.
my cartoons made by motherfuckers that don't get bombs dropped on them.
Oh.
That's my opinion. That's
Hey, yo.
How could you say something so controversial yet so brave?
That's why X-Men 97 is the GOAT.
yeah.
American made, brother. Union made.
Homemade. Homemade, brother.
Yeah.
Homegrown.
Homegrown.
So we said the episode, the season, I'd say it was like an 8, 8.5. It was fun. It did have a lot of filler, but that's to be expected with Star Wars stuff. And the series, just because of the early stuff, it's like 9. It's up there with Clone Wars for me.
Yeah, dude,
Wow.
that season one was, it literally felt like a continuation of Clone Wars, and that's why it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the finale of season 1 and 2, both of those finales are like bangers.
Well,
the Stacking of Kamino was
season 1
crazy.
Yeah.
Season 1 of Bad Batch was essentially like season 8 Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You know? But like more gooder, in my opinion, because it was not solely focused on the Clone Wars. It was focused on our specific group.
Yeah. I like that it focuses on one group the whole series. And then I think that's why I like Rebels too. But obviously I love Clone Wars. Like Clone Wars is 7 seasons of everything you could ever want. And
Rebels is okay, but it has one too many fucking May Luron episodes, all right? Let's stop that shit.
Commander Mayluron.
I love
Not even Blum. Check in with me, Steve Blum.
I could watch Rebels over and over again more than I could probably the Clone Wars.
I just don't like the animation style.
That sounds like it should be a crime.
The only thing I dislike about Rebels is the animation style because it made the lightsabers look fucking stupid.
I like that. Like the Ralph McCoy.
It made Anakin look like a dweeb, bro. He looked like he gets no bitches.
Anakin
like,
is a dweeb.
But he's him. Look at fucking Anakin and Ahsoka, bro.
Look at Hayden Christensen.
That's peak right there.
He's him. He's Rizakin Skywalker, bro. He was dripped the fuck down.
Is it soon enough to say that Ahsoka did kind of blow?
Soon. I was saying that shit when it came out, bro. That shit was ass.
I'm saying that because I'm finally kind of like.
Oh yeah, did you disagree with me?
Yeah.
It did kind of.
Fuck you.
It was kind of
crazy. It
was kind of
we were riding the high of the show. We were riding the high of the show and
Space Jesus.
I said the fighting was ass. The casting was okay, except for never mind. I'm not saying that.
And the forest was good.
Nah, we were just hyped to see Space
Jesus was good.
Make his return, and then we saw my goat Hayden should have been Shadow.
That part you can't lie. That part that 20 minutes was peak.
Speaking of
there were 20 good minutes of that show. that was my take. I'm pretty sure.
The Anakin scenes.
The Anakin scenes.
That's it. Now, speaking of animated shows, like I said, we got Tales of the Empire dropping the day this episode drops. What's our temp on that one? What's our excitement levels for Tales of the Empire? I know Graham and I think we all discussed this in the chat. We said there's Tales of the Jedi. I said there needs to be Tales of the Empire from the dark side. Lo and behold, Dave Filoni watches our episodes. He listens. That's a real nigga right there. Appreciate you, Dave. Tap in. You're more than welcome to drop by the podcast. So
I
Glazed.
didn't watch season 1 of Tales of the Jedi, so I really don't give a shit. I'm indifferent to it.
You
Whatever.
didn't?
No, he refused.
That shit hard, bro.
What?
The Dooku
Yeah.
episodes.
It's
Young
really good.
Oh, the Qui-Gon and Dooku episodes alone?
Those were really good.
Didn't seem
Gas.
interesting.
Like you said, Luis hates fun. And
No.
he's gay.
Yeah, I told y'all.
Notorious fun hater.
Am I missing out? Should I check them out?
Yeah,
I mean, if you have the time to kill, yeah, I'd say why not.
they're not long, dude. It takes 35 minutes, I think.
You
to
can
watch the
you
whole
can
season.
burn
it's
through it
super
before
short.
Tales of the Empire starts. That's how it's
Yeah.
digestible in that sense.
I hope
it's
the
really well
Acolyte.
done.
I hope the Acolyte.
Tales of the
does good.
Empire
Maybe we'll
looks
get-
like it's gonna be fun. It looks like we're gonna get to see a lot of the shit that we've been discussing and saying.
Barris.
Yeah, Barris. We're gonna see Barris.
Barris
We're gonna
coming
see.
back. We'll
You'll
see.
see
Where,
We're gonna see
everyone's
Morgan.
favorite
see-
Morgan, whatever the fuck.
Gerardo's Bay, Morgan Elsbeth.
Oh yeah, my fave. Love her.
His face.
love her.
Right up there with Anthony Ramos.
Fuck you. Not funny. Don't say
The
that.
star of
I thought it was
Twisters.
gonna be a Twisters opening. night.
I'm not
That's
watching
why-
that bullshit.
That's why he hates that movie. He can't get past his hate for Anthony to accept
That is
greatness.
not no. That movie just looks fucking stupid.
No.
That's why I
Glenn
hate
Powell,
Fuck
Glenn
you.
Powell should be
I'm
able
I'm not
to
a Glenn. I'm not a
balance
Glenn
it out.
Powell freakazoid like y'all. Okay,
Hell
I
yeah.
don't care.
I'm a Glenn Glazer. I'm a
Glenn
Glazer.
Glazer,
Very
eat
clear.
cheese.
I'm a Glenzer. I'm a Glenzer.
I'm
Oh
not.
But
no.
Tales of the
I'm-
Empire. What's
Daisy Jones fan.
or what? Say it again. You broke up.
I'm a
Yeah.
Daisy Edgar Jones fan. Is why I'm watching that.
I didn't
I'm a
watch that
Glenn.
stupid fucking show with her and whatever his face is.
Watch it. Normal People is beautiful. It's an amazing show.
If you suggest it, I don't want to watch it.
No, I think we're in for something special with Tales of the Empire. Graham, you mentioned the Acolyte. Acolyte does look fantastic. I think it might be my most hyped live action project coming up right now. If we're discussing like TV shows,
Yeah.
they got Daphne Keane in there. They got X-23 back. They've got my boy from Squid Game. They've got a Chewbacca. They got a Wookiee in there, a Wookiee Jedi.
A
Right?
bunch of these are from the High Republic books too.
Mhm.
Like, a few of them.
This
are,
shit gonna
like,
be
actual characters in
good.
there. And I'm
This shit
starting
gonna
to
be good.
listen to some of those books, like on Spotify, and actually, the High Republic's actually pretty enjoyable, honestly.
I like.
I hope that I think they if the show does good, hopefully they'll do like a Tales of the Sith, like strictly Sith from like Old Republic.
Yeah, like a
whatnot,
throw,
like
like a
depending on how
yeah.
much knowledge we get. From
Imagine
the
if they
series.
just animated shit we already knew from Knights of the
From the
Old Republic.
books.
That's dude. That's all they have to do, and
They'd
it
print
would
money.
be- yes, it's a free money maker.
Yeah.
So
Just
here's
Stick
a,
Wexler in front of
bring
it,
me
too.
Darth Bane and
yeah.
I forgot what I always forget what it's called, but I had to
Revan.
play it when I was a child. Graham, what's that fucking armor he wears? The
It's,
It's
it's like
softer
a
armor.
scab. It's like a scarab armor,
Scarabar.
and it's like made of that shit fucks. I need
dude.
that.
I've
I
been
need
listening.
I
that.
need that, and I
I've
desire
been
that.
listening to those books. The first one's on Spotify. Like if you got premium, you get like free audio
Hell
books.
yeah.
And I listened
Yeah.
to the first one, dude, and it's good.
Same.
It's a it's free money.
Yeah.
That is like that and Revan or
It's an
Yes.
Orbalisk armor.
Orbalisk armor. That's it.
That's
Yep.
what it is. I was gonna say obelisk, but I knew it was wrong.
Obelisk.
Obelisk. Motherfucker watching Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, shit like takes over his skin. It feeds off the dark side. So like the more
Badass,
he uses it, the more it like spreads.
He can feed
But
off
he's
my.
like-
Symbiote. It's like the symbiote.
Whatever Lisa's gonna say,
Yeah.
stop it.
I said he can feed off my skin, my dark side.
Jesus.
Ooh. The day StreamYards
Jesus.
makes a soundboard, I'm going crazy. It's about to go down.
Lisa's just getting muted immediately.
One more thing I wanted to do before we wrap up. Graham is our resident lore knower, our resident
God.
historian. we're gonna do a thing called Graham's Oracle Corner, where he predicts and speaks on lore, because we've been needing, the streets have been needing that. Graham is right like 99% of the time, and the only 1% he's not right is because they haven't made that shit yet. So technically he's right 100%.
Because they haven't thought about
they haven't thought of it yet. So Graham, do a quick little your prediction for the future of Star Wars coming up. What are your thoughts on the direction they're going? I know we've talked about in past episodes, we talked about the Daisy Ridley led Star Wars movie that's going to come up in the future. The Finn move, the eventual resurgence of Finn, the Finn Renaissance.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
The Taika Waititi movie. I know I said I don't want him there. I was just being on bullshit. Taika, you can direct. You have my blessing. Inshallah, all that.
I needed that. Thank you.
I mean, Star Wars content is Star Wars content. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch it. Well, don't watch it.
Wiser words have never been said.
I'm actually hyped up for the Daisy Ridley stuff, just because I think she's a badass, and so is why am I blanking on his name?
Why is he forgetting the black man's name?
John Boyega.
John
Boyega, and I wouldn't be surprised if Pedro Pascal comes back or Oscar Isaac. I'm tripping.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, the other high guy.
Using the brownies.
Yeah, the other high guy.
Somehow Poe returned.
Yeah, that's exactly how it'll be. I think they're leading into all this High Republic shit and everything. The Acolyte, the Jedi Survivor game, and then there were some mentions of it in early Bad Batch too. Like they're just kind of teasing a bunch of that stuff, and I could see how all that could like tie in maybe a future animated series, or especially the trilogy, the third maybe final game of the Jedi games with Cal. I would like to see a bunch of that tie in. Like we were talking the other day about like Quinlan Voss and stuff, and it makes, why not have him pop up in the third Jedi game?
I need my Jamaican Jedi to make his
appearance. I want him bad.
Jamaican.
My blood clot Jedi, bro. No, that's Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto Jamaican as hell, bro.
That's probably
Jamaican.
He's a fucking islander, bro. He's a Jamaican Jedi.
He's an island boy.
And he has an accent too.
I am an island boy.
Bomba Jedi.
When he fuck pussy turn red.
What else was there? The James Mangold Star Wars movie is actually what I'm most hyped up about.
I forgot that shit was happening.
That's what I'm
the Dawn of the Jedi.
Sure.
What'd you say?
That's what I'm the most interested by, for sure.
Yeah.
James Mangold.
Completely different era than we've the Acolyte's a little before what we've seen with the Phantom Menace, like 100 years. So, but that's still so close to we've been in that era before, and we've seen like the ends of it, which is cool. I'm hyped up to see maybe if we'll see young Palpatine in there, if we'll see, this is Plagueis and his master Tenebris. Like this is their era. They're running shit at that point.
Tinnitus, bro.
See, Graham is naming niggas I don't even know. Tenebris.
He could be making up characters. I believe.
These are just. I'm actually making all of these up.
Star Wars was Graham's idea.
Yeah. This all came to me in a dream.
Graham actually has a time machine. He went back in time and told George Lucas the idea of Star Wars, and then George wrote the rest of it.
Yeah, I'd sneak in at night and just whisper weird letters and names in his ear.
You're like Kawaki and Monkey Lizard, and then just leave.
yeah. Hutties.
Lacious Crumb, and then leave.
Do you guys think they're gonna bring back Jack Black and Lizzo for the Mandalorian movie?
Probably.
Inshallah.
Probably.
Yeah,
God,
and please,
God willing.
please.
Jack Black, yes. Lizzo, probably not because she's under some fire right now.
So is he
Everyone knows.
Zionist. Jack's a Zionist.
No.
Is he? Oh, fuck, he is.
No.
Yeah,
Rip.
It's over. It's over. Now we gotta bring fucking
And Lizzo's an abuser, allegedly.
Zach Galifianakis or some shit.
He
Bring
said other
Kyle.
funny fat man with the beard.
Nah, bring Danny McBride. That shit would be hilarious.
Danny McBride has his character in Vice Principals.
And just have him. Oh yeah, that too.
I need to watch Vice Principals.
Just be,
Danny McBride calling people the R word in Jedi robes. That's essentially what you're.
his character from fucking Trailer
Make
Park
it happen.
Boys.
Make it happen. Woke Disney.
Yeah. When it's back, unwokeify Star Wars.
You're not real. You won't do
We're
it.
not Trailer Park Boys. My fault. Eastbound and Down.
Trailer
You
Park
thought he was in
Boys.
Trailer Park
I
Boys?
said Trailer Park Boys. Same shit.
Fucking
Same
nerd.
show.
No. Very different. One of those is good.
One of those is good.
Oop.
Which one?
Not Trailer Park Boys.
I haven't seen either, so I don't care.
Love Trailer Park.
The show.
Mute
The
Mute him.
show.
Mute him.
Oh shit! Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad.
not your
Yeah,
childhood fucking neighborhood,
yeah,
man.
you're right. I have flashbacks right there. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my god.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Real quick
flashbacks
before-
to the finest girl in the holler.
The holler.
The holler.
That's crazy.
The
Yonder
hollers.
way.
That's crazy.
Yonder away.
That's diabolical.
Yonder is crazy. It's over yonder.
Down
man.
yonder, that baddie down yonder. That's crazy. Real quick before we wrap up for today, quick shout out to Backstage OL. Tap in with them for all things Hollywood, all news Hollywood. Do not go to anyone else besides us. Do not go to anyone else because they're not going to steer you in the right direction. Backstage OL is the only place you need to go for all information, interviews, fantastic commentary, and just all around great fun. They're doing fantastic stuff over there. Shout out to them boys. Tap in. Another shout out. AZ couldn't make it tonight, but we're still gonna shout that boy out. Tari Single. He's on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, all that shit. Follow the boy. We're gonna have all these handles in the description. Tari Single down there at the bottom on the ticker. The ticker, sorry.
Huh?
The ticker.
Oh, okay.
It's
It's
good.
monetized, bro.
My bad, my fault. YouTube,
He's allowed
please,
to say it.
don't ban me. It's allowed. It's yeah. Anyways, with that being said, you guys, it's been another thrilling episode here of the Cinestro Core. Huge thanks to everyone who tuned in today. Go ahead and keep that excitement up by following us on all platforms at Cinestro Corp. Again, that's going to be in the description at the bottom. We've got an epic lineup this year that you do not want to miss. We're going to have some guests coming in here in the future. Fingers crossed, we'll get them locked in here in a couple weeks. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button to never miss a beat. Show us some love by leaving us a 5-star review wherever you catch this podcast, or I will steal the batteries out all your remotes. Spread the word about our podcast and YouTube channel far and wide. Share it with your friends, your family, and your entire network. Your support means the absolute world to us, and we're on the up and up, guys. Keep on supporting. We're trying to make this a big, big thing so we can keep sharing our awesome takes with everyone. Until next time, y'all, stay awesome. We'll catch you on the next electrifying episode of the Cinestro Core.
Thank you, brothers.
Thank you, brother.
Phenomenal.